Righto, just been going through some prints since we're on the run up to Christmas. I thought I'd do a bit of an offer. So to begin with, these are mono prints. The whole series here is mono prints, and these are the landscape mono prints. These particular ones, I think before I get to the, these are all done using a monoprint technique where I used tracing paper and oil bar, and then you transfer the image by scraping it and squeezing it onto the paper underneath that you place the tracing paper over the top of with instruments like that, which is why you see these kind of shapes. That's a graining tool. Yeah, and I've got varying degrees of thicknesses of tooth, tongue, comb. Yeah, and they're monoprints. Just to reiterate it again, because it's surprising how much it needs. It's a one-off. It's done using a printmaking technique, but they are one-off images. The plate that they come from can't be replicated again. Certainly not with these. Yeah, so these were up for about 40 quid. This is number 45. Yeah, I'm gonna between now and New Year's, I'm gonna knock them down to 30 quid each, unless you want more than three, or if you want three or more, then I'm quite happy to talk about reducing the prices a little bit further, but they're already reduced, so when you're still getting 20 quid off when you buy two. This is number 33, so when I reference the number it'll be this side. I used a sort of collagraph technique in with this particular process, and a lot of what you're looking at there, let's just have a quick check on what you can see there. I'll zoom in a little. So a lot of what you're looking at there is, I use, obviously these are scraps of paper that I've torn, and obviously for the organic edges that you get from torn paper, I've used them in other prints. You can see that's the same piece of paper there, but as I lift more and more paint out from different prints that I've correspondingly used them in, I get more and more organic linear qualities across the print. You can see it happening in that one, you can see it quite clearly happening in that one. So you sort of get an inverted monoprint of a monoprint. Depends how much pressure you put on them. Again, number 33, that one. This is number 31. I'll zoom out a bit. Similar thing going on as the other two. Number 3. One of the earlier ones, that, so you can just about make out some of the collagraph stuff in it. Another early one, this, number 13. Bit of an adventure into mark making, that. Number 26. Getting like a bingo caller this, isn't it? I've just invented my own nickname as an artist, haven't I? Number 5, this one. I like that one. Shoreline to me, but Bit of a broken horizon to that one. This one's number 17. Number 46. No particular numerical order here, as you're guessing. Number 14. Number 6. Oh, I like that one. Number 43. Number 11. Collage is appearing a little bit more in that one. Starting to move it along by number 11. That's number 38. .36. See if you can spot the portrait in that one. All bits there. Underneath the eye, mouth going in and across there. Pushing it a bit with that really, but that one hasn't got a number, it's just a black and white. That was a very early test run with the gel plate, that was, I think. No, it was with, definitely with oil bars. You'll see why I'm saying that in a minute when I get to the gel plates. That's number 8. Quite a clinical quality to that one. It's quite complicated, but it was quite simple to arrive at. Number 48. Interesting colour patterns going on in there. I like this one as well. Number 47. Oh my god, we have something in numerical order. Well, the inverse of it. Countdown. It's quite confusing, this one, as a landscape, unless you read that as some sort of rocky outcrop, and then you start realising the horizon's a lot lower down than you otherwise anticipated. This one's number 39. Again, a lot of my stuff is about rocky outcrops. That's definitely one of my favourites, this one. That's number 34. I really like that one. But I also like that one too. That's number 40. I really like the volume that you get out of that arc, this quite simple arcing motion that I've used with one of the bigger graining tools that I've got. And that one hasn't got a number, the last one, but it's the last one. Okay, so they are that's using the oil bar monoprinting technique, and then these are using the, I'll give you a nice shiny one to begin with, gel plate printing technique, which is just a gelatin slab really, that shape, and this has got a lot of iridescent, but as I turn that, hopefully you'll see, and that's actually got a lino print pressed into it, and that's where you're getting, I don't know whether you can see the fine detail on that, but there is quite a bit of fine detail on that, and it's, yeah, you get a very close cut of the lino print that gets pushed into it. But because that's on metallic and iridescent paint, you also get this, so that changes a lot as you move around it. These are the same price as the earlier ones with the oil bars. These are the A4 ones, are £30 until the end of this month. That is me being conservative with paint. So when I do some of the gel plate prints, like I was saying with that, I push lino cuts, print plates into the gel plate, and when you lift the lino plate away from the gel plate, obviously it's got a lot of residual paint that is lifted up out of that. It's printed into the gel plate, as it were. So I don't like seeing that go to waste, so I do prints from those using the residual paint that it's lifted up. That is one of them, of Glencoe. That, I think, was the first crack at seeing what I could do with a landscape with a gel plate. So we'll call that's number 3. This is Glencoe again, that's number 4. Again, if you look, and that's also got the lino, so from different lighting conditions you get to see the shape of the lino as well, and how that's cut into the gel plate. That's actually the same subject matter twice there. Don't know how well you're seeing that. Let's pull that down a bit. It's a bit difficult, but they are both the same image. But one's got iridescent paint, the earlier one. I think we were calling that number 4, weren't we? So this is number 5, Glencoe again. This is number 6. A bit up that way if you want. This is number 7, which is again the same image. It's actually a lino, not that it's very apparent in either of number 6 or number 7, of I think it goes that way up actually, of Broadstairs. Same again with this one, so this is number 8, so 6 to 8 are of Broadstairs. Again, see, iridescent paint, and yeah, it's got the lino, so there's quite a lot of linear detail in that. Glencoe again, that's number 9. Okay, right. That's a smaller gel plate print, we'll call this number 10. Printed into the lino there's a lino print printed it within the smaller gel plate print, and then the same lino I've used earlier to take a print of the residual paint that was left on it, and then printed the smaller gel plate print back into the lino print that I took. So it's a tree there with a bit of a sunset going on over the top there. And that tree then links in with a smaller tree over here, and the lines do marry up. It all follows form. Similar thing going on here with the earlier one, number 10. That's number 11. Same lino print. You can see the echoes. Obviously one prints one way, one prints the other, because you're using the same resource, but one you're peeling away from and one you're taking directly from, or you get a doubling of the mirroring effect. Right, that's actually a print from, again, pressing the lino into the gel plate, but on a smaller scale. So these are £15 each. They were on at £20 each, so these have got to fight until the end of the month. And these are the smaller gel plate prints. So we'll call that number 1 of the smaller ones. That's Glencoe again, so that's number 2, we'll call that. Hopefully you're picking up some of the details there. Sort of do a pass over with my line. That's number 2. That's number 3. Number 4. Lot of iridescent paint in that one. Quite interesting what it does with those oranges. Which I think I must have used as a background colour, because it looks like it's on the boundary of it, so you can tell what I used as a background colour. Number 5. Again, there's quite a bit of iridescent paint in these, so they change quite a bit as you move around them. Number 6, this is that red almost goes black at points, and then it's purple at other points. It's very pearlescent, that red. Yeah, so that's number 6. Number 7. I like that one. Interesting exercise in blue, that. Number 8. Doing my bingo caller thing again. Number 9. Stormy Sea, that one. Number 10. Quite a bit of pearlescent paint again to that one. Not pearlescent, iridescent. Number 11. And number 12. And there's another one there, so we've got 13 in this part. That's number 13. Could be a figure. Yeah, I'm reaching over. Painted a few yellow dresses this year. It reminds me a bit of that. Okay, so yeah, A4 ones, which is all of this lot, and that lot, they're 30 quid each, unless you're buying in more than multiples of 3. These are £15 each, again unless you're buying in more than multiples of 3. I'll put my email address in the the write up below. Block on the correct word there. Or follow through onto my profile page on YouTube, and you can find me on Instagram and Facebook, and you can message me if you like on there. This kind of stuff isn't going to be available on my website anymore. It's just I'm going to focus on my bigger projects on my website, and this sort of stuff that I do to distract me from my bigger projects is going to be available through social media, so I can use the website as more of a focused those of you that know me know that word doesn't come up very often. Yeah, focused marketing rather than this sort of where I go off at tangents with playing around with new media and new ideas with media. Okay, if you enjoy the content, give us a subscribe and a like, and I'm going to be posting a similar video with prints of portraits as well, of which there's a similar number and exactly the same prices and scales, so come back and have a look at that as well. Okay, thanks a lot.